Daniel Tiger is usually a super polite and fun little boy, but he can also be a mean and even violent character. Did you know this show actually has some really heavy moments? Violence. One of the heaviest moments in Daniel Tiger is when the main character tries to hit his own baby sister just because she did something that made him mad. Yes, this happened in the episode called It's Not Okay to Hurt Someone, and with a title like that, you can already guess how dark the story was, right? It all started when Daniel was building a fence with some plastic blocks and pieces. He spent a long time setting it up, and when his baby sister Margaret tried to go through the middle of the toy, she knocked it down. It's normal to feel upset when something doesn't work out, but Daniel's reaction was the real problem here. He said he was really mad and even moved toward his sister to give her a slap. She's just a little 2-year-old girl and had no idea what she did wrong. Luckily, Margaret didn't get hurt because Mom Tiger stopped him before he could make a big mistake. But here's the lesson from the episode. It's not okay to hurt people. But one thing's for sure, it's time for your fun. Go grab your popcorn because we've got a brand new cartoon on the channel. Another awesome Cinewave is starting right now. Stomping His Feet. The feet episode of Daniel Tiger is really controversial, and the show almost got canceled because of it. I mean, some parents actually wanted that to happen. It all started on the day Daniel, Mom Tiger, and little Margaret were leaving the house to go visit Prince Wednesday. Daniel really wanted to ride through the neighborhood on the trolley, which is always super fun, but Mom Tiger told him they couldn't do it that way. The reason was because his baby sister needed to sleep, and walking in the stroller would help her with that. The little tiger got furious, so Mom Tiger had an idea. She said, "When you don't get what you want, stomp your feet 3 times and you'll feel better." But here's the problem. When Daniel did it, it actually looked like he was even angrier, and he sat down acting disobedient toward his mom. In the show, the idea was supposed to be about helping kids let out their anger, but that's not how some parents saw Daniel's behavior. And yes, the main character did act out, but it wasn't really his intention. Some adults even asked for the show to be canceled. Luckily, at the end of the episode, the real message was that letting go of bad feelings is the best thing you can do, but it has to be done with love in your heart. Tigey. Daniel has a blue stuffed animal that he calls Tigey. It's his favorite toy, and he doesn't want to share it with anyone. One day, Margaret was playing in the living room and just wanted to hold Tigey for a little while. That alone was enough to make our main character furious, and he tried to snatch the toy right out of his sister's hands because he absolutely refused to share it. Do you realize how cruel that is? Margaret just wanted to play, and she's way younger than her brother. Daniel, we get that Tigey is yours, but it was really mean of you to try and take that toy away from her with so much force. Birthday. One day when Daniel was truly mean was at little Margaret's birthday party. It was his baby sister's special day, but our main character decided to make it all about himself. Yes, out of all the days of the year, Margaret only had one that was just about her, but Daniel got upset about it. It started when he wanted blueberries on the birthday cake, but Dad Tiger told him there weren't any because Margaret's favorite fruit was strawberries. Then he got annoyed because the party decorations were yellow, his sister's favorite color, but he wanted everything to be red like it was on his own birthday. Looks like somebody doesn't really accept what other people want. And then when the guests arrived, the little tiger got even more irritated because all the presents were for Margaret and not for him. Daniel, that was really mean, you know? Do you like getting presents? Drop a hashtag yes in the comments so we can get to know ya. Beach. And who doesn't love a fun day at the beach? There's sun, the ocean, the people you love, and then there's Daniel getting mad because things didn't go his way. During a family trip to the beach, our main character was having fun, but everything changed when it suddenly started to rain. Mom Tiger said he couldn't stay at the beach anymore, and Daniel just didn't understand why. His mom tried to explain that if he stayed out in the rain, he could catch a cold, and that's why, unfortunately, their day at the beach was canceled. Yes, anyone would feel disappointed, but you can't say Mom Tiger was wrong. I mean, Daniel sure didn't agree. He got mad because it was raining and even let out an angry tiger growl, but Mom was right to say no to Daniel that day. Jealousy. There was a day when Daniel got really jealous of his friend Katerina, the little kitty. In a season 1 episode, the kids were playing with Grand-Père Tiger, but Daniel started to feel like Grand-Père was paying more attention to his friend. First, he didn't like that Katerina sat next to Grand-Père during the airplane game, but he didn't even realize she only sat there because Daniel was the pilot. He had to sit in the front. Then, the main character got upset because Grand-Père was showing some photos in his book and explaining about airplanes. Katerina got scared because Daniel started pushing her. Grand-Père noticed that Daniel was jealous and taught him that this feeling is wrong. Good thing the main character understood, but it was really mean of him to treat his friend that way when she only wanted to play. Sharing. Daniel has some serious trouble sharing things. And okay, we get it, he's very young and still learning, but in the sticker book episode, our main character really crossed the line. That day, Daniel got a bunch of stickers of cars, planes, and colorful boats to put in his special album, but Margaret liked the pictures and wanted to keep them. Margaret got so sad that her brother was being mean and refusing to share that she started crying a lot. Dad Tiger had to explain to Daniel that sharing is important and that his little sister would be really happy to help him put the stickers in the book. Do you think he learned his lesson? Store. It's really sad when one of our toys break, isn't it? That happened to Daniel in the episode Frustrated when he learned that sometimes things don't go the way you want or need them to. That day, the main character really wanted to play with Prince Wednesday, but his friend couldn't come over because he was busy. Then Daniel decided to play with his toy trumpet, but that didn't work out either because the instrument broke. At first, Daniel even got excited because there's a store in the neighborhood that fixes broken toys, but Mom Tiger said it wouldn't be possible that day because the store was closed. That was Daniel's breaking point. He got really mad and let out an angry roar. He didn't understand that sometimes things just don't go your way. And once again, Mom Tiger had to explain that many times you need to have patience. Poor Daniel, always losing his temper over the smallest things. And we're going to get upset if you don't subscribe to the channel right now and hit that notification bell. Anger. Also in the episode Frustrated, Daniel was playing in his room with Mom Tiger and his favorite toy Tigey. Everything was fine, they were having fun. But when Daniel decided to try and stand Tigey up on some plastic blocks, the toy kept falling down, and that made him angry. Our main character made an angry face, turned his back on his mom, and even on his favorite toy. That was a really mean thing to do, Daniel. Sometimes things don't work out. It's true, but that's not the end of the world. Toy. There was another moment in the same episode, Frustrated, where our main character got really angry because he couldn't find a toy. He was pretending to be a chef, and the idea was to make some play spaghetti, but he couldn't find the pretend food in the classroom's toy area. The teacher asked him what was wrong, and Daniel looked at her and stomped his foot on the floor. He felt like the whole game was ruined just because he couldn't find the toy. But then the teacher taught Daniel a song that went, "When you're feeling frustrated, take a step back and ask for help." Good thing the teacher was there to help because Daniel was about to lose it. Fight. At school, there was another really heavy episode where Daniel learned that fighting with people is wrong. He was super excited to play restaurant with his friends Chrissy and Elena, but once again, he got jealous. First, Elena started serving Chrissy without his help. Then during circle time, Elena sat next to Chrissy, the exact spot he wanted to sit in. Daniel got so angry that he started yelling at poor Elena, telling her to get out of his spot. But the girl said she wouldn't move because she got there first, which was true. Elena was totally in the right spot because she arrived before Daniel, but the main character didn't care and started pushing her. Then he had the terrible idea of running to push her even harder, but the teacher stopped him just in time. That's when the teacher explained that hurting others is very wrong, and he needed to learn self-control. Do you think he learned the lesson? Waiting. And finally, there was another moment when Daniel was mean. He was at school painting a picture, but he needed the red paint. The problem was, it was Elena's turn to use it. Daniel got really mad because he didn't like waiting, and because of that, he started bothering his friend, trying to make her give up the paint. That ended up causing an accident where the red paint spilled onto Daniel's picture, and even though it was his own fault, he blamed Elena. Things got even worse when he stepped on his friend's drawing and ripped the paper. We don't know if he did it out of revenge, but he didn't seem sorry until the teacher showed up to calm both of them down. But Daniel should have realized that pestering his friend was what caused all that trouble in the first place. Good thing he always learns in the end. Even better is knowing that the fun is always here on our channel. That's why we picked 2 more videos for everyone to enjoy. We'll see you in the next video. See you soon!